Hi, I'm Jordan Perry.
I'm Brenden Dauphin,
And I'm Austin Perry.
and we are going to talk about the business cycle. The business cycle is the recurrent ups and downs in the level of economic activity over a number of years.
The parts of the business cycle include upturns, otherwise known as expansion, downturns, otherwise known as recessions, peaks, and troughs.
Here's what a business cycle looks like if you were to put it on a graph. To start with, we have the peak of the economic activity, which is when the economy is at its best and business activity is at its highest. We then have a downturn, which is when business activity starts to fall from its peak. This activity represents a recession within an economy. At the economy's lowest point of economic activity, we have a trough, which is represented at the bottom of the business cycle. When the economy starts to recover, the economy is now at an upturn. This is called an expansion, which means that there is 2 consecutive quarters of positive growth. Finally, we have a secular trend, which is represented by the dotted blue line on the graph. Secular trend represents the long-term time frame of a business cycle.
Since we are all student athletes here at Clark University, we decided to relate basketball to the business cycle. This first clip represents the peak of the business cycle.
As you see, Brenden is at the peak of his performance, making every shot he takes. This next clip represents a downturn within the business cycle, also known as a recession. In the previous video, Brenden was making shot after shot. He was at the peak of his game. As you can see, I'm missing shot after shot, and I am no longer at a peak of my game. Therefore, I'm in a recession.
This next clip represents a trough in the business cycle.
Jordan is missing every shot as bad as you possibly could. His game is now at the worst point it could possibly be, which means his game is now at a trough.
Our final clip represents an upturn in the business cycle.
Brenden will now start making his shots. His game will now take an upturn, otherwise known as expansion, as we see positive growth in his shot making. Staying on topic with the game of basketball, DeAndre Jordan is one of the worst free throw shooters in NBA history. Watching him shoot free throws is an example of a depression. The complete opposite of DeAndre Jordan in shooting free throws is Steph Curry. He is known as one of the best free throw shooters in the game of basketball and maybe in the history of basketball. He is a player who is at his peak in free throw shooting.
This concludes our video. I hope you understand how we related basketball to the business cycle. Thank you for watching.